I am no movie guru. I'm no show guru. So whenever I see a show or a movie, even their trailer, I won't be able to tell if they're good or bad until I actually watch it. So that being said, I was very afraid for Netflix making this show. I'm not a fan of how Netflix makes their shows. I feel like their only pretty good show, I want to say, is Stranger Things. Now, I'm happily able to announce, in my own opinion, that that's not the case. It feels this feels like a fresh new experience whenever I'm watching the new animated Devil May Cry. So, should you watch it? Yes, I feel like you should at least give it a chance. I feel like it will be an amazing, what do you call it? An amazing meal for you to eat. Let's dive right into it though. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like first, and then what I like. What I don't like about it, it's 3D animation. Let's start off with that. I hate 3D animation when it comes to anime. I find it super, super like weird whenever I'm watching it. It's like watching one of those YouTube animations. Like let's say, Devil. I think it's Devil Artemis, something like that, with Perfect Cell and Kermit. Theirs feels different because they can't actually use the character. Well, they can use the characters, but they can't use the exact animations from uh Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, stuff from Dragon Ball Z. But what they can do is they have to make it 3D. Make it different so they're not getting they don't have any super chance of getting sued. I think they even can. I don't know. I just don't see them doing the 2D animated version anymore. But I just don't like 3D animations when it comes to something that's supposed to be anime related. I feel like it's super lazy. Well, it might be harder, but I don't like it. You know. Another thing I don't like, I didn't like. The story gets super weird at the nearing the end. It gets kind of odd. I'm just gonna say odd. It gets messy. Like they just start throwing stuff around. They basically essentially say, like Moon Knight said once, random bullshit go. So you can imagine I did not like that one bit. Now, enough slandering the name of Devil May Cry animated show. Let's go with the good. The good thing I found about the Devil May Cry show is its fight scenes. Majority of their fight scenes are not 3D animated, so that's a big thumbs up. Another thing is this, and I really need to talk about this. This is what I find really well: the backstories. For example, the main villain has a pretty good and reasonable backstory. Sure, it's kind of like cliche, you could say, but I find it still really enjoyable. Another thing with is the hatred that one of the characters brings towards the villain's army, which is why what do you call it? Which is why she's doing what she's doing. So that was a really fun part I found. And then the villain himself. The villain, unlike the Minecraft movie where the villain just feels like they're a villain because no one liked them, kind of like that stuff, It feels more like you know, like he had a reason to be a villain, like not like something not like it seems less forced. I want to say, not like they're a villain because they're provoked by literally everyone. It just feels fresh, honestly. That's what I'm trying to get out. Feels like a good villain. Now, with that being said, I just want to give two. I'm not going to go super deep into everything. I'm just going to say this. If I had to give it a star, Google rating star, we're going to say that. Google rating star. I would give it a 4.5 out of 10, out of 5. stars on Google. So I think that's about it. If y'all have anything, I'm gonna be streaming very soon. But that's, well, by the time it's uploaded, I'm probably already gonna be streaming, or it's gonna be done. So if we don't see each other, if we don't see each other on stream, or you don't what do you call it, talk, then I wish y'all a fantastic day. Sorry for all the stops. I'm doing this in one shot. I don't have like editing skills or editing powers to cut and then just redo it. So that's about it. See ya.